Hello, 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 beasts. We are going to go live with our second ever episode and our second one of day one. We are going to be going live with head of diversity and inclusion at Lockheed Martin, Mr. Darnell Buggs. We're waiting for him to show up in the studio, but we are starting to figure out this comment stream. So go ahead if you're joining us. We thank you very much. And go ahead and let us know that you're here. We'll wait for Mr. Buggs to show up. Giving him just a couple of minutes. This is Mr. Buggs' first interview, so we may end up having a coach. Learn together how to get everybody linked up. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to pull the comment stream up on my phone and turn the volume down. Feel free to let us know that you're here, and we'll wait for Mr. Darnell to show up in the studio as well. Those of you who don't know me, or those of you who do, I am Ryan McMullan, CEO and founder of Beast Leadership. That is an acronym for Be Excellent and Start Today. I am a success coach and leadership consultant with 14 years of experience leading high-performance teams in the Arctic of Alaska. I was an athlete before that. Played NCAA Division I college hockey right here in Alaska. Before coming into industry, my entire life was athletics, and I found a very natural transition into from elite athletics into being a elite performer and great teammate in industry as well. And we built some pretty amazing cultures up with our team up in Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. So my intent is not to make this really about me at all. We'll see if Mr. Buggs joins us here shortly. In the meantime, if you're showing up, please let us know that you're here. We may end up cutting this one short and touching base with Mr. Buggs and then restarting as well. No worries either way. Anybody that's here, go ahead and thank you. Somebody just gave us a like. Thank you for showing up. And we will be linking up with Mr. Darnell Buggs from Lockheed Martin here shortly. Any questions or anything we want to talk about live or put me on the spot, feel free to drop them in the comments. Open floor till Mr. Buggs arrives. Oh, just got a message from Mr. Darnell. We'll see what he is up against. We'll see if we can't get him in the room. Mr. Darnell says, we're just having some technical difficulties. Right. Let's see if I can let him in. For anybody just joining us, we are trying to link up with our next guest, Mr. Darnell Buggs from Lockheed Martin. Let's send him a new link. New process for all of us, so no worries on some of the technical difficulties that are inevitable when we kick off a new service. Anybody that, hey Dawson, good to see you, my friend. Thanks for showing up. Anybody has any questions while we're waiting, providing we do get to link up, feel free to toss them on the chat. I can see them through my phone that's hooked up through LinkedIn, but StreamYard does not, there is a delay on that. So if you're not getting your question answered too timely, let us know. Let me know. All right. For those of you just joined us, this is our second episode of the day of our new LinkedIn Live series. We just had Rob Palante from Mindset Body Bank join us from Hamilton, Ontario. John Papasov, it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming out. Former firefighter and great teammate from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. Let's see if we can help out Mr. Bug, see what's going on there. Again, anybody that's just joining us, we are trying to link up with Darnell Buggs from Lockheed Martin. We had Rob Palante earlier with us from Mindset Body Bank. If you didn't get a chance to see that awesome interview, go ahead and check it out in my LinkedIn feed or on my profile. There, we did put a link back to that. Great conversation, great guy. More of those to come. Rob's a lot of fun to talk to, and we're hoping to get to talk to Mr. Darnell Buggs here shortly as well. See if I can see him in the StreamYard waiting room. Nothing just yet. And again, folks, we are using StreamYard. That is a new service to me. And first one went pretty well. We're just juggling some technical difficulties with the second one. Let's see. He's using a Mac, so am I. Perfect. I can send some. Help his way. Thanks, everybody, for your patience. And if you are still streaming, feel free to throw a comment, a like, a question my way. We're just killing some time right now while we help Mr. Darnell Buggs link up with our new service from StreamYard. Let's see, send some instructions, troubleshooting his way. I can see that we've got 4 people on live. I think we really appreciate you sticking around, and we are linking up here shortly, hopefully, with Mr. Darnell Buggs from Lockheed Martin. This is my second episode, second one of the day, second one ever where we're having guests, and this is Mr. Buggs' first, so we are working through some of the kinks. If anybody's got any questions, any words of encouragement, anything they want to say, feel free to put it in the chat. I do see the comments through the live feed, and happy to answer any questions or say hello. Let's see if Mr. Buggs is in the waiting room just yet. Nothing yet. And we are all learning together this new service. Let's see. There. Right. There's Mr. Buggs. All right. Mr. Darnell, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. About yourself?
Oh, terrific. It's great to have you on here. I gave you a couple introductions, just saying that this was our very first. Love the picture, baby girl in the background.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I'm a dad and father of 5 too, or 4. Excuse me, not 5.
All right. Got you.
So I'm a very big fan of family, and it is great to have you on here, sir.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let me adjust my screen real quick so I'm
Okay.
looking you in the eye. And
Oh, it's all right. This is the first for me, so I mean, it's probably gonna be a few little errors here and there. So we just gotta bear with each other. So.
Okay, I'm back, and we have successfully, I believe, linked up. So we're not going to overcomplicate it. We are back all together. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Darnell Buggs to our second episode ever. He is the D&I champion at Lockheed Martin. He is a green belt, Six Sigma Lean, professionally trained operations machine. Mr. Buggs, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what brought you to Lockheed Martin.
Well, actually, I didn't even really know what like the defense department was, like defense contract work was. I stumbled upon like Boeing, and I kind of like start surfacing the web, and I just start Lockheed Martin. I'm like, what is this? And saw the aeronautics division. I applied at the missile and fire location as well, but it took me, I got denied about 30 to 40 jobs. Applied every day after work for about, like I say, 6 or 7 months. And, I don't want to say got lucky, but I mean, the effort paid off. And I eventually, made my way in the door. And like I said, I got denied for one job and I ended up getting in, and the rest is history. So far as like the green belt, I did that after, when I was, working. I didn't have it beforehand. Yeah. So I'm in a process now of, trying to, make my way around a company. And, just like I said, you always got to be willing to grow if you want to, grow within a company.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, even more respect for, going after, anybody that comes from operations, anything, lean operations, Six Sigma, green belt, all the way up to black belt. It's all about quality. And,
exactly.
Hats off to you for going after that and expanding your horizons in your career. It just shows how hungry you are and that the effort paid off. I mean, 40 applications, 40 jobs after work every day.
Right.
That's heart and tenacity.
Yeah, most definitely. It was tough, but I mean, you got to look at like I said, just my goals in general. So it paid off. So like I said, I'm still in the works, but everything is, all about moving forward.
Absolutely. No, that's terrific. So how does your background and tell us about your mission, how that all ties together with what you're doing at Lockheed right now?
Well, I mean, currently, far as with the, the inclusion, diversity and inclusion council, everything's kind of been moving slow due to COVID. Sure. We really haven't been, doing as much, it's been more of Zoom meetings than anything. We actually had one meeting face to face before, COVID, before everything kind of jumped off. And here lately, it's just been, a lot of Zoom meetings. We're planning on a couple events, but they're going to be virtual, so we can kind of get some interaction going. Just to kind of, because I mean, it's kind of like I want to say, diversity and inclusion should be practiced every day by everyone, despite the council. And it's like, we're, doing a number of things behind the scenes. I think we got something that's like the employee cookbook. So we want everyone to bring their favorite recipes. And we just, everybody just, I guess, like perhaps if you cook some, I cook some, we would just go home and cook that with the family and just go from there. Then it'll be, I think it's bring your wheels to work. So you would take a photo of your car, stuff like that. So we can just kind of interact. Because, like I said, we haven't been doing much due to COVID.
Sure.
So now we're just starting to do some things, I think by November 4th. So, and like I say, my current position, I'm a materials handler with the company. And I saw the ad for the council. And I'm like, well, let me try that. That'd be something I can get in there and, just give my 2 cents and my knowledge and just kind of, go from there, see what everyone else has to say. And had the interview, nailed it, so moving forward, we share a lot of great ideas and, just whoever has the best idea, we basically put everything on the table. Whoever has the best, we just name the events after that, whatever that person recommends and just kind of go from there. So like I say, everything's kind of been slow. But, I know with a lot of the coworkers, I tell them to practice it every day because I look at it like far as inclusion is, well, I was telling one person, I don't mean to just get on like a little rant, but I was telling one person that, it'd be nice because a lot of times you say the word diversity is scary for people.
Right.
And, it'd be nice if it would just be called like the Inclusion Council.
Yeah.
Because, everyone wants to be included. When you add diversity, it's like, that's when a lot of people start, I don't really want to say much. That's a very touchy subject. And from there, but I just look at it like, just my ideal of it is to make a stranger feel welcome. That's my way of inclusion.
Right? Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. I think that's such a wonderful concept of, because people, the platitude, right? People don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. Well,
Right.
once you start learning about people, where they come from, where the back, it might be Italians, it might be families from other backgrounds, and
Exactly.
and the cookbook is such a, there's not a better way to somebody's heart than through the stomach.
Food,
right?
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
Sign me up. So
Exactly.
that's a awesome opportunity for people to not only say these are my favorite recipes, but here's the story behind how great grandma showed us this. I mean, that brings people together.
Exactly. Most definitely. Food always does.
And then the wheels, that sounds like fun. I'd love to take a picture of my 05 Volvo and
right. That'd be nice. Right. So like I said, we came up with names, and I think the name I submitted was what was it? Because I work with the aeronautics, and the name I recommend was Dining with Aero.
Cool.
So and then I think the other for the what was it the other one? Trying to think. It was something with superstars. No. Aero Superstars on Wheels. But it didn't get selected, so I was like, whatever. So
you do your best. You put
right, exactly.
I could see how we talk a lot about culture, and that's been a kind of a theme lately, and I've really been hammering it hard. I do see a couple questions in the comments. I won't forget about those, but culture have been hitting hard lately over strategy, and what I don't coming from operations, I don't have any dislike about strategy, but when I find, I can imagine that at a place of like Lockheed Martin, where you're dealing with aerospace and things that are very and need to be secretive, breaking down those barriers and opening those doors to making teammates more fluid could be, a game changer.
Right. It is definitely. And a lot of it, of course, is pretty much a lot of guys with a military background. I don't have a military background. That's one thing I wish I would have did. And a lot of, people asked me, they was just like, how did you manage, to get it, get in the door? And I was just like, well, every day between 6 and 9 o'clock, I was glued to my laptop, and, I apply for the jobs. And, just for anyone that's, looking to apply, I look at it like, if the rec, got published that day, I applied that day. I look at it like if it's 4 or 5 days old, you got 400 or 500 people applying, and it's like you might not get selected, even though everything is based off of, keywords, when selecting resumes. But I looked at it, if I was the first to the fight, and, eventually I got in there. So, but exactly. But, as far as working there, it's a very good company, and it's of course, everywhere it's a good old boys club. So, you just gotta, be ready for that. So it's a lot of different challenges within the company. And that's just part of the process, and you just got to put your best foot forward and handle it.
Well, man, I tip my hat to you, and what an amazing mission that you have in breaking down those barriers and doors and things that are as creative as like cookbooks or things that bring all of us together. Because in the end, we're all human, and we all have families, and or for the most part. And if we don't have a family, there's somebody somewhere that we're important to someone. So
exactly.
Once we find our common denominators, then it makes it better.
Because the thing is, it's like, how can we all relate? We all drive cars, we all eat, we all like to laugh. So, how can we relate? So, and that's, make a stranger feel welcome. So, if I cook something, I'd be willing to share my recipe with, you or anyone else. And the thing is, when looking at the cookbook, it will show the person's name. So of course they may actually, begin a relationship with that person based off the recipe. Like, hey, Ryan, I had some of your queso. It was delicious. My wife enjoyed it. And you just never know what might come from that.
Instant connection. No,
exactly.
When you have people over at your table or at a barbecue or anything, it's community. And we need that more now than ever, not only in companies, but, I know there's a challenge, like you mentioned, with COVID, but hey, look what we're doing right now. We're having a conversation and
exactly.
You can see the frozen trees and lake behind me.
I see. Don't forget, I told you I'm from Michigan. So, trust me, I'm in Texas now, but I definitely know about it.
You bet. Yeah. You guys know all about the.
yeah. Most definitely.
That's awesome. So what's it like? That you said a little bit about that you came from materials handling, and that's just, I mean,
well, that's my I'm actually in the process of trying to go within the company. Had a few interviews, but that's my current job. But I mean, it entails a lot of different things. It depends on the location where you're working on the facility to actually, for your job for the day. So it varies. It could be 10 different things, but it depends on your location for that day that, that the job that you'll be doing. So it's hard to tell. I mean, of course, I know what I'm doing on a daily basis, but, if leadership, wants you to do something else, they say, hey, Darnell, I want you to help out here. They expect for you to, to have the knowledge, to, get the job done.
Yeah.
So
flexibility and the
exactly.
positive attitude. I mean, we dealt with that in the Arctic so much, and I can appreciate the parallel there. Just really speaks to the high quality teammate that you are, always being ready to pivot on a moment's notice.
Right. So yeah, like I said, it's different challenges, but the thing is, it's like, you can't go into it with a bad attitude. So, it's mindset is everything. So, I mean, if you go into it with a bad attitude and someone asks you to do something, you bring your emotions to. I mean, well, I'll just say if you're very emotional about things, those are guys that are less prone to get the job done.
Oh, definitely. In the end, it's about, all of the things that we're talking about are about, efficient operations, because we have to execute, we have to win.
Right. Exactly.
Do you have any significant life experiences that really fuel your passion for what you do now, that really, brought you to here, or that you draw on?
I would say, well, not necessarily, but I have a grown up. See, I have most of my family's back in Michigan. I have a sister. She has cerebral palsy, and my parents was going to work, and they looked for me to help out with them with her. So I was playing sports time to time, and then I would come home. I would cook for her, clean her, just everything. So I mean, it raised me. She's like, it was a blessing in a disguise. But it's like with her having that disability, kind of helped develop me, to be so. And I would say that's probably one of the big things, because it was the times where, I wanted to go out and play, but my parents was at work and I was home with my sister. Yeah. So, but who knows, if I was out playing, I'm, being young, you got friends telling you do this and do that. If I'm home, if I'm in the house with my sister, they won't allow me to go outside and do, good things and possible bad things. But I think that was, right. So I think that was probably one of the, the most, things I could definitely say I can, tip my hat, to, the efforts and the things that I did. And like I say, when I was young, I was embarrassed by it. And it's like, looking at it now, it's like, it's nothing to be embarrassed by. It was definitely, something that was helpful and beneficial for the family. So, and I would say also, just kind of like me, I learned from other people's behaviors and decisions they make. I'm not a person, I don't have to, do something in order to learn from it. A lot of people, they feel you got friends that do, things that are, bad. And it's just like, why did you do that? And it's just like, I'm gonna want to learn from you. Like, everything that you encountered from doing whatever you did, I don't want to do that. But I think it's just, just think before. I always had a long time ago on my phone, I had something that said, think before. So think before any action that you may take. Just, that's the pros and the cons. Just, is it something that's going to benefit you, your family, anything? So
I love that. I think, like I said, nothing but respect for you for being an amazing brother and drawing on those experiences.
Right.
Now as an adult and father, I can tell you got baby girl behind you.
That's, yeah. That's my girl. So
that's terrific. I've got 3 daughters and my oldest is a son, and just nothing but pride. So
exactly.
Man, I respect and appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You bet. Let's pop over to the comments real quick. Thanks everybody for chiming in. Anybody that stuck around, while we were getting linked up, much appreciated. John Papasava says, Ryan, my question is how as an employee who is trying to learn more knowledge on a job, but have trainers who call you every name in the book while trying to maintain a positive attitude. Man, what a good question for what we're talking about. Diversity and inclusion.
Right.
Do you have any comments on that?
Could you read that for me one more time? Just because I want to. Okay, appreciate it.
How is an employee who is trying to learn more knowledge on the job, but have trainers who call you every name in the book while trying to maintain a positive attitude? So I think what he's asking is, how do you maintain a positive attitude with people, barking at you?
Right. I think, most of the time, like, cause I mean, no, and those are trainers. It's gonna, it's gonna, I mean, it's gonna be difficult because I think a lot of that is gonna have to come from like the inner you, because you gotta think about what's the situation in a trainer. The training supersedes what the leaders or the trainers may say. So it's like you gotta kind of throw that out the window and try not to let it bother you, because like I say, the emotions is gonna the thing is he can't really get his training done because the emotions of the trainers.
Right.
So I look at it like it's gonna be, if you can't go elsewhere for the training, you're gonna have to do something personally to kind of learn how to maybe dodge that bullet within that conversation when dealing with the trainers, or maybe perhaps if he can really reach out to maybe other coworkers that have gotten the training, so he can get the training, just so, because I mean, a lot of times, some people can't work with hearing the negativity. Me, I'm a person that, despite a person being negative and everything, I can kind of, I can manage it, but everyone can't manage it. So I would say possibly reaching out to someone else. And the thing is, because of the benefit of him, with that training, it may take a little longer to do so. But I would say probably reaching out to someone else. And far as like in a diversity, I mean, because that's the diversity portion. It's all about the inclusion in this case. And I don't.
Yeah.
Right. You like, you don't feel welcome, especially if you're a trainer, you shouldn't be that way.
Right.
So
yeah,
simply.
I would agree. My take on that would be, maintaining a positive attitude, like you said.
Right.
Seek out different sources for the training.
Right.
And, if you're kind of getting, a lot of heat from one avenue or a few avenues, branch out, and then in the end, take matters into your own hands and try to get that knowledge. If you can't get it from those locations, try to get it from a third party.
And then, then too, just add a little bit to it. It's like I'm not sure if it's all the trainers or maybe one of the trainers, but maybe actually, we're in difficult times right now, but maybe you want to actually ask the coworkers to perhaps go to lunch or go to dinner. Maybe if they actually, get a better feel for you. I mean, for him, then they'll tend to be more a little relaxed during the training, because don't forget, this is the same guy. We had a beer together, or we actually, or we went out and we had steak. So it's like, don't forget, I'm the same person that you've been, you putting down, but now you want to go have a beer with me. So that might be something they can do.
That's a great point. And John and a few of the other teammates that are chiming in came from the Arctic, and I know that's one of the difficulties that folks have. Lockheed actually has some work that goes on down at McMurdo Station in Antarctica, and those remote locations can be difficult because you don't always have the same opportunities.
No, you don't, not at all.
It's that's some great advice, and I love the common theme of what you're saying is, once we get to know each other as people. And what's important to us is when you can really come together as a team.
Right. Exactly.
Awesome stuff. Do you have any exciting personal projects that you're working on, or anything that may be rolling around in your head that you'd like to do and talk about?
Well, I mean, me and some family, we have a real estate company.
Awesome.
Now, so I mean, we're doing that. I mean, we're still putting the pieces together. Of course, it's been lots of late nights and Saturdays. We're working together, and it's been kind of tough. So I mean, that's been one of the main things. I say it's still I didn't had other job offers at Lockheed, but they cut budgets. So I'm still working on that. So my thing is just spreading love, talking, meeting different people, and that's just pretty much me. And a lot of times we have golf carts at the job. So typically what I do is my way of just getting to know someone new. If I see someone walking in the direction I'm going, I'll just ask them if they want to ride.
Jump on. Oh man, exactly. What a creative idea. Yeah.
Right. So I just, we may talk about sports, may talk about work, just anything, but it's just like, being, friends with someone new, because I know at a point in time, I actually, because you said some stuff like that I was thinking about, I was telling my cousin, it was something I had in mind. We have yet to do it, but it was called Walk and Talk. And what it was, the ideal of it was, a lot of, we're so glued to our phones. And, a lot of times we don't even know our neighbor, and we don't even know if we share, we don't even know if we have anything in common nowadays. So the thing is, so the objective was everyone from different neighborhoods I mean, of course, you would have your phone with you, but it's called walk and talk. So it's just getting to know your neighbor. You guys to find like a local trail in the area and just get to know someone new. So everyone in the community just get together and it's walk and talk. So
I'm gonna write that down. That's a great idea.
So you would actually, you could, the benefit of, you can get some exercise and you getting to know someone new. You never know where you guys might actually, share some common denominator and just kind of, go from there. But walk and talk.
That's a great idea. One of my mutual connections, and I'll link you up with him. He here on LinkedIn, 𝐷𝐲𝐚𝐧. He's a fire chief in Sacramento, and he talks about going for a run, exercise, and you kind of detach from your own mind. And I think the really cool element about what you said was the walk and talk. It lets defenses down. You're out there and you're
exactly.
kind of walking together. You don't have to go through. It's not a ruck run or anything like that.
Right.
But you can really just start to open up because you don't have anything else to do other than give each other undivided attention.
Exactly. Because a lot of times you walk out your front door or wherever, you walk into your car and first thing you're doing is you're looking down at your phone versus, you got your neighbor right here. Just like you may say, good morning, Jim, and keep going. But you never know what you make him, be more encouraging with Jim. You can give him some bit of advice. He may be suffering from something. It just could lead to many things. It could be a lot of benefits, with just getting to know someone new.
Hey, if we were going on a walk, you could make fun of me for being a Cleveland Browns fan. I'd be all right.
That's fine. Right. But yeah, exactly.
I love the idea. I think it's fun. And then, everybody loosens up, your defenses are down. And then all of a sudden, hey, I know Darnell, he's my neighbor. And next time Darnell needs a hand with something, who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to the guy that I know.
Exactly.
The guy that I know next door. That's awesome. Great tips. Well, Darnell, we got 7 questions that we didn't get to in the last interview for a fun lightning round. You want to have just a quick little bit of fun?
That's fine.
Awesome. So let's see. Walk and talk. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate you sharing your story. We're going to go through 7 quick questions and learn a little bit about you, and then we'll wrap it up with any final comments.
Okay.
Awesome. So question number 1, since you're from Michigan, I thought this one might be fun. Do you prefer water frozen or liquid, swim or skate?
It'd definitely be swim, because skating, I'm not gonna even touch it. I'll just set on in the slide. So
fair enough. My wife loves to make fun of me. They called me the shark, and it wasn't because I was fast in the water. She was a competitive swimmer. She's still on the high school walls for a record set.
Oh, nice.
But
nice.
They called me the shark because there was so much splashing and blood. It looks like a shark attack in the water. So
I understand. No, I definitely no skating for me. Not at all.
Fair enough. Favorite food? We've been talking about food.
Oh man, as you can see, I'm a bigger guy. So I mean, I got several favorite foods. So I would say
top 5.
Well, I'll say top 3. Well, my favorite one, I'll say pizza. Favorite one is pizza.
Near
and it's a place back in Michigan, Muskegon, Michigan, where I'm from. It's called Scribs. It's like the best pizza, my opinion.
I'm going.
It's a lot of like guys, they get the pizza and eat it cold. It's that good. And I mean, just to give you a little bit about myself, or how how much I enjoy it. I went back home and I brought 7 pizzas back. And so what I know, so
back to Texas,
right, yeah. So what I do is I get them a day or 2 before I leave, and I let them set and get room temp, and I put them in freezer bags, or I wrap them in some aluminum foil, and I put them in the freezer. And I had them in my luggage, and I was going through the airport get my bags weighed, and my bag with the pizzas was 70 pounds. So I was going to have to pay the additional fees. And the lady was like, sir, come over here. You have to pay the additional fees or whatever. And the guy was like, no, sir, don't worry about it. But every time I go home,
give me a slice of that. We'll let you
every single time I go home, I bring back the pizza. So I would say, Scribs pizza.
I'm putting Muskegon, Michigan on my list.
It's the best. They actually have a franchise that opened up in Arizona. I have yet to try it out, but I was told it was a location opened up in Arizona.
If you love pizza and you're able to get up to Anchorage, Alaska, and there are some good ones up here, but one of the ones that made, I believe it was like 3rd in the nation. They got ranked.
Oh, wow.
It might have been higher than that, but Moose's Tooth is one of our favorites here.
What's the name of it again?
The Moose's Tooth.
The
Yeah,
Moose's Tooth. Okay.
Moose's Tooth is actually one of the mountains here, one of our taller peaks. But
Okay.
yeah, the Moose's Tooth is the and they have craft beers and all of that good stuff. If you're ever in town.
Nice. Okay. All right. Definitely. That sounds good.
Nice. See, we got to share some. We got to share. They're not recipes, but we got to share some.
Hey, that's fine.
How about your other two?
I would say probably tacos. So I make some pretty good, ground turkey tacos. So I would say tacos, and the third will possibly be I'll probably just a burger. Just a burger.
Good
so
burger.
Yeah, as you can say, as you can see, I didn't include any veggies in that, but
Oh no. That's just size. I love it. Awesome.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for the share, and I'm looking forward to getting to Scribs when I get down to Muskeg, and they got a good hockey team there, the Lumberjacks.
Yep.
Let's go with question number 3. Best movie.
Top Gun.
Nicely done, sir. Are you excited for the new one coming out?
Oh yeah, it was actually supposed to come out, I think, in July, but they pushed it back. And I was thinking, I think it's December 21st, but I don't think it's gonna show. Yeah, but yeah, I was really. I could watch it every time I watch. It's like the first time.
Nice.
So, and I remember walking into Lockheed for my interview, and 2 F-16s just flew off, and I felt like I was in a movie then. So, and then it was maybe a year and a half ago. Actually, Tom Cruise flew his own plane, his private plane, to the facility. He had he had some filming inside of the cockpit of the F-35.
Wow. That's I think we're gonna be best friends now. That's my favorite movie too. So we'll have to get together if we're in other areas and let each other know when we're watching the second one.
Oh, exactly. Yes. We can do
All right, number 4, guilty pleasure.
Man, I don't really know. Right, overeating? I don't know.
Hey, nothing wrong with 70 pounds of Scribs.
Yeah, just overeating probably. That's more likely just
fair enough. Yeah. How about one strange thing that people don't know about you?
Strange thing. Strange. Let me see. Strange.
Strange. Do you have any hidden talents?
Yeah, I think I can sing a little bit. I don't really display that, but I had some, like my dad, my uncle, they had a group, but I mean, that's just something I kind of keep to myself. So I don't really display that. Right. So everyone on this live, you're not going to hear it. I'm sorry.
Not this time. Okay. No. Very good. Maybe on the next one.
Right.
All right. Who's an inspirational hero of yours?
I would say I listened to a gentleman by the name of Eric Thomas. He's a guy out of Detroit, Michigan. So I listen to him probably not every day, but probably like every other day. So he's a hip hop preacher. So I listen to him, fairly often, but, just kind of, he, provides me with a lot of, different views and understanding on different things in life. And it kind of just, if it's something that I may be battling with, he just kind of like, it's like a therapy it's like a counselor within your ear from, his words. So
good on you for taking advantage of downtime and tuning into the frequency. I mean, that's great.
Exactly.
So I wrote it down.
Yeah. Eric Thomas. So he's great. He's great at what he does.
All right. Last question. And then we'll let you go. Maybe a quick song at the end, but I'm just kidding. What's your favorite saying?
Favorite saying? Mine is just probably going to be, it's probably kind of maybe 2 of them, but my first one would be mindset is everything. And one I had read, it was a while ago, which said when things go wrong, don't go with them.
I like that. I'm gonna write both those down. Don't go with them.
Yeah, when things go wrong, don't go with them.
Man, Darnell, I'll tell you what. We had a chance to connect briefly, and then bringing you on our very second LinkedIn Live. I mean, you gave us a bunch of gold there, man. I really appreciate.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. It was like I said, this is my first time ever doing something like this. I was. Oh, I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, it's I know I have couple people say I inspire them a lot, you know, but I just try to tell, you know, when you experience, you know, tough times, I just try to encourage people to pull through, because you never know, whatever you're battling, and there's probably someone else wishing they was in a, you know, predicament that you're in, you know, so just got to take it, you know, take it slow and pray about it. And, you know, everything is a process and just go from there.
Awesome, Darnell. Well, thank you so much for all. Hope we get to do it again sometime. Best
Of
luck
course,
to you
of course.
at
Best luck.
Lockheed Martin. And can't wait to have some scribs and watch Top Gun the second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Okay.
All right, my friend. We'll see you soon.
I'll see you now.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, no problem.
All right, everybody. We just wrapped up our second ever episode, our second guest LinkedIn Live. We got through first few minutes of technical difficulties. If there were more comments, I'm only able to see like the first three on both of the platforms. So we're going to work through those. But hey, what an amazing first two episodes we got to have. First one was with Rob Palante. Second one was with Mr. Darnell Buggs from Lockheed Martin. Got to know him a little bit. If anybody else wants to come on these, send me a direct message and we'll line it up. We're starting to get a schedule together. The goal is to have an AM and a PM, 2 per day, and really start getting to know these high performance people around the country. So nothing but gratitude. I'm Ryan McMullan, CEO and founder of Beast Leadership. I am a high performance coach, success coach, and leadership consultant. I offer a free 20-minute coaching session for anybody serious about improving the quality of their life and or their team. Send me a text 907-351-0568, or you can send me a direct message here in LinkedIn. And I look forward to having you on the next lives. And thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody, have a great day.